It is Jeffrey Hewitt, who is now officially the president of Mississippi Lottery Corporation, along with Director of Communications, Meg Anderson. Meg, good morning to you. And Jeffrey, how are you, sir?
I'm well, thank you, Paul. How are you?
I'm doing dandy. It's Friday. And by the way, congratulations to everyone, because there were record sales amounts generated.
It was quite a year.
It was
very impressive.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Because we wrapped up. You guys go by the fiscal year, too.
Yes, we do. Yep.
I need you to raise it up just a little. There we go. So tell me about it.
Well, we introduced new games. So we had a couple new draw games, which was Cash 3, Mississippi Match 5. I heard you get the jackpot information a little earlier. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So those games are going really well. We introduced our first $20 instant game, which is still... right now, as far as the instant product, is our top instant selling game every week.
Which one is that?
That is $100 million extravaganza.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, how's the Elvis game selling?
Elvis game is still doing well. Normally those games drop off a little bit, but it's in our top 10 every week, and it's received well.
How do you know how long, or is there a set amount of time for those games to go on before they're over? Or is that predestined before you start?
No, not really. It's really kind of based on sales. So it depends on if all of the top jackpot prizes are hit. So it kind of depends. And if eventually it gets too slow, we might pull it off there because we're going to introduce a new game.
Meg, you and Jeffrey were together from the inception of this, because Jeffrey, you've been around for a long time with Tom. But in the early days, where there's some talk, you guys, if you knock $50 or $60 million a year in this lotto in poor Mississippi, it's never gonna. That's all you're gonna get.
Yeah, I don't even know if we tried to give estimates back then, because it was just like 9 of us sitting around a table without a phone or laptop or anything, staring at each other like, ooh, what next?
I noticed when the legislature, when all of this was put together, and they said anything over $80 million would go to education, they said, fat chance we'll ever get $1. Yeah. And I think the numbers, you got some numbers on that.
It's pretty amazing. We did returned a little over, almost $139 million, but $138.9 to the state. So that's, well over the $80 million. We're very happy that the excess over the 80 goes to the educational enhancement
June
fund.
was a pretty good month, too, wasn't it?
It was a pretty good month.
$9,778,993.78 generated $80 million to assist with roads and bridges, and then the over of that one, which was $58,961,541.14. So let's round it off. Education gets $59 million in fiscal 21.
Pretty amazing. We're very, very pleased, very happy.
We don't even think about this, but I mean, if there's matching funds from the government anywhere.
Yeah, that part I'm not sure about. So.
Well, even as far as the highway is concerned. Total gross sales for fiscal 21 was what?
We're just saying over $510 million, because we're still closing out our fiscal year. Yeah. So if I gave you a number today, it might be a little different tomorrow. So it's over $510 million.
Any new games coming out?
Always. I'm glad you mentioned that. I always like to bring props, Paul. You always like.
You got them.
I've got them with me.
Well, but the only problem you have is in the back of them they're stamped void.
Well, you weren't supposed to see that, but the ones that we sell, they are not stamped void. So that's the good news. So crossword, casino, riches, and we think this is really a good one. Mudcat Cash.
Mudcat Cash.
Mudcat Cash.
Now that's $5,000.
That's $1 ticket.
It's a $1 ticket.
$1 ticket, yes, sir.
What's been the highest payout? Well, that would be the highest payout. How many 5,000s would there be? Just one?
In that particular game, I don't remember off the top of my head. Probably around, it would be about 8, you think?
Probably 8.
That's about right.
I just want to say that because if anybody gets one, there's more out there.
Oh yeah, and we have that on our website too. If people want to go to our website, we show how many prizes are remaining in every game, and you can look at that every day and see what's left.
Let me look at some of the other ones too. There,
sure.
We also on the website have really detailed how to play videos, like that crossword one right there, maybe a little different or new for some players. So you can go to our website, click on Scratch Off Games, choose your game, and figure out how to play it.
Are the odds on the back of there somewhere? On the
Always,
odds of every game?
There's an overall odd information on every game, and that again is all on the website too.
The odds between let's say a Mega Millions on a national basis and Match 5 are considerably different.
It's considerably different because you're playing with such a different matrix size. You're dealing with almost 300 million combinations with Mega Millions.
It is amazing to me, and I remember in the old days we talked about why can't you find this or that when you can find a calf with foot and mouth disease in a stockyard somewhere. But it is amazing when you start thinking about this that if the Mega Ball or the Powerball, Mega Millions or Powerball is one, we know it's in a little store somewhere in Upper New Hampshire, and we know that overnight. So the connectivity on that, as far as the computer and everything else, is just amazing. And even what we do here.
Yeah, I mean, the technology is really something. When you think if you're standing at a counter and you're buying a Powerball ticket and you give them your numbers, and within seconds you have a ticket, and those transactions go to Austin, Texas, West Greenwich, they go to 3 different systems and are logged.
Immediately.
Everything immediately.
By the millions.
Milliseconds, this stuff happens.
What about ours, the Cash 3 and also, the Match 5?
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, the transactions are processed exactly the same.
If we have an internet snafu there, we got a problem.
Well, again, this is all cellular, so none of that is flowing over the internet.
Is that right?
Yeah.
The Mississippi Match 5, talk about that a little bit.
That's our in-state game, and we were really happy with that, and that's going really well. So we wanted to develop something that was much easier to hit and play, and we wanted to get something for Mississippi. So, with Powerball and Mega Millions, you're clearly playing national, and millions and millions of people are playing.
Meg, what was the highest point that reached the Mississippi?
I was just thinking about that. Was 665, right?
665.
And we had
665,000.
Yeah.
And we had 2 players,
2 winners,
both matched all 5 numbers, and so they both came in within days of each other, and it's pari mutuel, so they split the prize. And
have they got them? They've got them now.
Yeah.
They didn't wait around long, did they?
No, they didn't.
But we still have an $85,000 winner for Match 5 out there.
How long have they been holding that?
That one's been
about a week.
Yeah, about
days.
a week or 2. What was interesting about the large jackpot is they bought their tickets, about a mile and a half, 2 miles. They weren't far apart.
Yeah,
Not
maybe 12 miles at the most.
Maybe 12 miles at the most, which is really kind of interesting.
It is. Were they generated or did they pick them?
Well, the one for sure we asked, and he said he had done the quick pick.
He did.
Now I don't know about the other.
Yeah,
gentleman.
the other guy, I was just too excited to greet him that I failed to ask that very important question.
You just write a check out, or you can't just knock the cash.
Oh no! No, we don't keep
I wouldn't
cash.
want to do the cash on there. It is amazing, though, that the distribution of this across the state is now. Who takes those tickets? You have a courier that takes tickets to every location.
Well, UPS. As far as the instant product that I showed you here, those get packed in a warehouse in Pearl, and those go out typically next day or the day after in all of the retailer locations.
We're constantly. You guys are constantly signing up retail outlets.
We work on that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. I know one thing that the amount of money that has been put in the account as far as roads and bridges, we'll always get people say, well, where did that money go? Nobody's ever using it. But they don't pay attention to it because on a daily basis, those contracts are being let, and that money is being used, and we are seeing the results across the state.
Yes, indeed.
And it's a little bit disappointing that they don't understand that money is being used, and it is being used for what